In today's video, I'm going to show you how to freeze yogurt different ways, whether you buy a big container or you have a lot of individual containers, because it's a question that you've asked in my other videos on this channel that I have on how to freeze cheese, how to freeze milk, avocados, a bunch of freezer videos, and apparently, many of you guys, like me, buy yogurt in a lot of it. So let me show you a few ways that you can take a big tub of yogurt and freeze it. I'm also gonna talk about how to thaw it and the texture, all that good stuff. Now this works with regular yogurt and Greek yogurt. Now first up, I'm gonna answer the question of how to freeze individual yogurts. Maybe you purchase a big pack and they're coming close to your expiration date, or maybe you're alone and don't consume them as much. So you can actually freeze these individual yogurts directly in the freezer just by popping them in. To thaw them out, you're gonna remove them from the freezer, put them in your fridge if you want a slow thawing process, or place them in the counter, and within 30 minutes to an hour, it's gonna have a bit of a slushy texture, but you should be able to eat it, enjoy it as you would any other time. Now, what I love about frozen individual yogurts is that they are great to throw in a lunchbox as is, and I throw them in frozen, they act as their own ice pack, and by lunch, the yogurt is also thawed out and ready to be enjoyed. Now, when it comes to buying a big tub of yogurt, there are several ways to freeze it. One way I really like is to use a ice cube tray, these bigger trays or smaller trays, and I simply take a spoon and scoop it directly in the ice cube tray. Now, freezing yogurt directly in an ice cube tray is a great way to throw a little extra protein inside of your smoothies, or if you have young kids and they're not going to eat a big tub and you want to have some ready to go, this is also a really great method. Now, when I was young, growing up in Spain, my grandmother used to take ice cube trays, fill them with yogurt, pop a popsicle stick in the middle, and we would have these as yogurt popsicles. No fancy popsicle mold, we just took it straight out of the ice cube tray. So that's also a great idea if you have kids. Now, to thaw them out, you would simply remove them from the freezer, run a little bit of cold water along the sides of your ice cube tray, and pop that individual cube or two out. Now, another option, if you purchase a big tub and if just you and you want to portion these out, or maybe layer it with other fruits in a cup. So I have these individual 8-ounce freezer cups. They're great because they have a twist or screw lid, and they're not glass, so they're not gonna burst in my freezer or anything. And again, I can also take these straight from the freezer in a lunch bag, and by lunchtime, the yogurt is ready to go. So from my tub, I go straight into my container, and you can do 8 ounces, 6 ounces, or half of it is 4 ounces, whatever portion you're accounting for. So this is great. I'm just gonna do about 6 so I can put some fruit and granola on top later. And just like this is ready to go in the freezer. Another option is to use a zip bag and fill it with the amount of yogurt that you need. Again, it may not be the most eco-friendly, but this is also an option for you to use in smoothies or to thaw it out quickly in the fridge. So this zip bag is definitely another option. Now, one of my kids' favorite things is these portable silicone molds that I can fill with yogurt. I'm gonna show you on the screen right here. And I freeze those with yogurt. I also throw those in the lunch bag, or they just enjoy them as a treat. Now, if you're wondering how long will yogurt last in your freezer, I recommend no longer than 2 months. After that, you're going to see freezer burn right over the yogurt. It's going to thaw out more crystallized, so I don't recommend it any longer than 2 months. Now, you can definitely freeze yogurt up to the day that it's coming up to expire. This is another question people ask, my yogurt's about to expire, can I freeze expired yogurt? The answer is, if today or tomorrow is the yogurt's expiration date, go ahead and freeze it. Now, it's really important though that when you thaw it out, it's consumed right away. Remember that the best way to thaw yogurt is in the fridge. You will need a spoon to mix it up here and there so that it thaws out evenly. Now, you can thaw it out on the counter or at your desk at work if you want, but again, you're gonna need to consume that right away. If you are just the kind of person that loves to buy in bulk and freeze things, I'm going to make sure that I link my other videos on how to freeze milk, eggs, cheese right below this one. And while you're down there, hit that red subscribe button. You and I get to hang out together in the kitchen a few times a week. See you next time.